Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. So what an interesting day. We got Dow Jones going up 0.17%, Nasdaq going up 0.90%, S&P going up 0.54%, and Russell going down 0.48%. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500 on top, leading the way, and massive rally on Meta and Google, and that led to a massive rally here on communication services on top, up 2.39%. Consumer defensive, healthcare, technology, consumer cyclical, utilities, basic materials, real estate, financial, industrials, and then we got energy going down big time on Friday. Week to date performance for last week, even with that big holiday, technology leading the way on top, up over 3% on that week. So what we got here on stock market map? Well, nothing new to talk about. Same names hitting all-time highs again, starting with Amazon going up 1.22%, Meta going up, hitting that target previous all-time high and going above and beyond, up almost 6%, hitting I think 540 today. Google also going up to a brand new all-time high, up almost 2.5%. Apple also hitting brand new all-time high, up 2.16%. Microsoft hitting brand new all-time high, up 1.47%. So it's the same names hitting all-time highs, except Nvidia going down almost 2%. AMD also going up almost 5%. Intel going up. AMU actually coming down. But today we saw something else. We got some big names going down like JPM, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and even some of these regional banks are going down, where we saw market hitting brand new all-time highs, especially S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100. Energy sector actually going down and pretty much in deep red today, so we might see some sort of a rotation back into energy going into next week. And now let's have a look at Nasdaq 100 ETF Triple Q. So on Triple Q, it's up 1%. And why it's up 1% today? Well, absolutely, there is no news, nothing going on except a big holiday that we are actually going through, 4th of July. So if you missed it, happy 4th of July. And that is why the market usually rallies on 4th of July. And today it's just something unexpected. I mean, 4th of July is already over. That run already came within the last few days before 4th of July. And even today, look at this gap up from 491. Triple Q running all the way up to almost 497. The next target, and the target here on top is 500 now. Now you can see we gapped over 491 and ran all day 1% up. And that is, because of big names going up and hitting brand new all-time highs like Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, you name it. The same 6-7 stocks going up pretty much every day, or they're just rotating money in between those stocks. One day you will see Nvidia down, and then next day they will pick up on Nvidia, and you will see Microsoft, Apple going down, or maybe Amazon and Google going down, and then just rotating in between those big mega cap stocks. But if you look at something like a big name like Boeing, maybe even a big name like Caterpillar, it's not doing much. And especially smaller regional banks are not doing great at all. And this rally, this big rally, led by those big names only. Nothing else participating in this market, especially when you see Dow Jones not hitting a brand new all-time high. We saw that last time, and this time absolutely not. Dow Jones not participating in that rally, staying flat on the day, and Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500 going straight up. And some of the other things I want to show you guys here on this daily time frame. It's gonna take some time, but I think I need to show you guys what's happening here in this market and why market can actually go down in a big way. And we might get a surprise at some point where market actually takes a beating, and we will think that, oh, this is the dip, we should go and buy, and market will just continue to go down from there. Now, this has happened before. Look at the monthly time frame right here. RSI getting up to 73. Last time was right up here at 82. And again, I mean, it's to the point where it's getting overbought. Look at the weekly time frame, 75 almost. We came off a little bit right here, went right back up. Daily, same thing right here, 76. And you can see RSI never went higher here, and market actually pushed higher, and RSI is staying lower than this previous high right here, 81 to 82. Now it's at 76. So that is something to watch going into next few days. Now, does that mean market is going to crash? Well, absolutely not. When market is coming down and going in a downtrend, you will know before it's happening, because a lot of people are just thinking that market will just go down, and as the market goes higher and higher, there is a lot of bearish momentum here in this market and a lot of shorting going on, guys, and that is why market just kept pressing higher and higher. So you got to be careful if you're shorting. Make sure you have enough money to average down, or at least you can buy enough time where you can get paid, or even worst case scenario, you lose a small amount, or you can get out for break even here in this market, because this market can continue even higher. And also in my last video we talked about it. You guys saw the thumbnail that this could be huge, and that is what I was actually referring to, because if this range actually breaks, we're going to see a massive move. And what happened? Well, the range broke out to the upside, and after that, what we got here, guys? Massive explosion from 486, 487 up to almost 497. So that is a $10 move to the upside. So going into Monday's session, big money, smart money, all the big boys will be back here in the market. And what to look for? Well, if there is any sort of gap down or any pullback, there will be support at 491 right here at the gap fill. Just below that, we will have support right here at 487, aligned with this 5-day moving average and previous all-time high. So that should be a strong support at 487. Now below 487, watch out for 483 to 484, and then strong support at 478. Once we get under 478, then we can talk about more downside on triple Q. Now to the upside. If this thing can continue the way it's going, then watch out for the next target and the resistance, and that's going to be another brand new all-time high, and that is right up here at 500. On Dow Jones, it's up 0.22%. So Dow Jones here, you can see it's wedging right here and not getting that breakout over 395. Now, as soon as that happens, you're going to see a quick trip easily up to 400 and possibly up to a brand new all-time high. So, Dow Jones, there might be a catch-up trade on Dow Jones. This thing can go up to all-time highs again. We need that breakout over 395. And there is so much money going into Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500. So I don't mind if this thing rallies back up to 400. We can catch a nice catch-up trade right here on Dow Jones soon as we get that breakout over 395. Now, what happens if there is a pullback? You need to watch the support 50-day and 20-day moving average right here. That's going to be around at 391 to 390, and below that, watch out for a dump off down to 385.83, lower Bollinger Band on this daily time frame, and then this strong support right here, and that is going to be breaking below this trend line, and you don't want to see that here on Dow Jones, 384. If that breaks, there will be a significant selling down to 376, and might be even going lower down to 367. On a day like today, IWM Russell 2000 down on the day 0.48% and not getting any breakout, and pretty much actually coming down all day down to 199.88 and now trading over 200. So here on IWM, guys, absolutely nothing going on, but something big is coming very soon. It could be a breakdown or a massive breakout to the upside, because if money actually coming back into Russell 2000, this thing can run, where S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 pretty much topping out right now, getting extremely overbought, where this thing can go up even more easily up to 230-40 bucks, and that should be a normal thing right here on IWM if that happens, and that's going to be totally healthy considering how much this thing went down. And I mean, this thing is beaten down over and over because of rate hike. And now if this thing actually catches a breather, a breakout to the upside, we're going to see a massive breakout and a short squeeze here on IWM. So watch out for the strong support 200 and then 198 down here. 198 gives up, there will be a dump off down to 193, and it's not going to play out to the upside. You're going to see a significant selling here on IWM. Now we get over, I would say 204 right here on IWM. If that happens, just above this high, then you're going to see explosion up to 208 and then possibly up to 210, and then we can talk about more upside. Now, why I think there is going to be a big move? Well, you can see these Bollinger Bands right here are squeezing IWM right here. One on top coming down and one on bottom going up, and the ETF trading in between these two Bollinger Bands. And whenever that happens, you're going to see explosive move here on IWM, and that could be coming very soon. So watch out. This thing might be going up very soon, or we could see significant selling to the downside. On SPY ETF, it's up 0.58%, so another brand new all-time high. And look at this explosion. I mean, this was double top, whatever you want to call it, and we broke out of this range 550. And soon as we got that, and we actually got that on Wednesday, Thursday, because of 4th of July, market was closed, and we got that on Wednesday. You can see previous closing here at 551.46. So we got that initial breakout, and today what happened, guys? 555, and we saw a bit of a rejection at 555. So if that breaks, even though things are extremely overbought, this thing can go up even more, and then we can talk about possibly 560. Now, if we get some sort of a pullback, then watch out. 551, now that will become a strong support. Below that, we will also have support down here at 548, and then down here, strong support, rising 20-day moving average 543, and then also previous all-time highs, and where we actually held so many times before. So that's going to be a strong line in the sand right here, 543. Underneath that level, you're going to see significant selling down to 540 and then 537. To the upside, well, like I said, blue sky above 551, and this thing can continue over 555 up to 560 and then 564. On VIX, it's up 1.79%. Now, one thing I want to say, guys, yes, it's low fear environment right here in this market, but you got to be really, really careful. And why? Because from these lows we have seen before, massive spikes to the upside. Even right here, this was a decent, a spike back up to the upside, almost 15, but we actually never got over 15, so came back. And now, I mean, pretty much trading at all-time lows right here. Near these lows, we could see massive spike to the upside. Now, until this thing breaks and holds 13, you're not going to see any big move. So that is going to be a big level to watch and a big level to break on VIX 13. And possibly, if you're looking for a big breakout on VIX, that's going to be over 15 bucks. So watch out for that to the upside. Now to the downside, well, you can see this thing just consolidating and pretty much wedging right here in between 11.70 up to like 1250. So once we get that breakout over 13, that is when you're going to see some, move here on VIX, possibly back up to the upside. And to the downside, I mean, this thing has nowhere to go. And that is why market just kept pushing higher. And this one just consolidating right here around 12 bucks. So there is not much target to the downside, but I would say watch out for this low down here, 11.52 to 11.70, lower Bollinger Band. And to the upside, we just need to get over 13. And if that happens, there should be more upside on VIX up to 15 bucks. And that is where you need to watch out. If that happens, that's going to be a massive breakout. In that case, you're going to see S&P 500 pulling back, and we can definitely afford easily 5 to 10% pullback on S&P 500. So the dollar going down 0.24%, and I'm showing you guys this weekly time frame, and you can see we got up to 106. What happened there? A rejection, and now pulling back down to 104.48, and so far it's just wedging right here on this weekly time frame, and possibly we might see a breakout. If that happens, what to look for? Well, 106 needs to break here on dollar. It needs to hold 106 on this weekly time frame at least for 1 or 2 weeks, and if that happens, dollar should continue this move to the upside, and you're going to see this uptrend and this wedge, bottom of this wedge, holding as a support, and this thing should continue with that breakout over 106. Now, at some point, dollar does not get that breakout and breaks under 104.48. In that case, dollar will come down, and you're going to see a dump off down to 103.58, flat 103, and then possibly going even lower. So watch out. It's been selling out for past 4 days. So I'm expecting some sort of a bounce from this Bollinger Band right here early as Monday morning. And if that happens, dollar going back up to at least 105.37, and that should create a lot more pressure on S&P 500 to come down and cool off next week. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated Monday night.